How Amish keep milk fresh for months without refrigeration, explores deeply ingrained traditions of dairy preservation that originate from a centuries-old lifestyle. By analyzing a wide range of current information from authoritative sources, online platforms, and recent documentary features, we discover that Amish communities employ a combination of natural cooling methods, meticulous sanitation, and age-old processing techniques to extend milk's shelf life. While not all Amish groups follow identical practices, variations occur due to regional conditions and cultural norms. Many rely on a core set of well-honed strategies that align with their resourceful, off-grid ethos. Number 1. Natural cooling infrastructure and seasonal adaptations. They construct spring houses using thick limestone or layered fieldstones placed with careful precision, ensuring minimal air infiltration while allowing constant groundwater circulation beneath. In certain regions, Amish craftsmen carve narrow channels beneath these structures, adjusting the flow of spring water so it envelops metal canisters from multiple angles, maintaining uniform low temperatures. The interior walls often incorporate naturally moisture-resistant woods like white oak, reducing decay risk over extended periods of dampness. Some families position their spring houses beneath tree canopies that cast dense shade, further stabilizing internal conditions as seasons shift. During colder months, heavy ice blocks cut from nearby ponds are meticulously trimmed to uniform dimensions. This precision prevents irregular melting patterns and aids in stacking them inside well-sealed ice houses. By positioning these blocks against thickly packed layers of sawdust, farmers minimize heat transfer. Additionally, some communities line icehouse floors with coarse gravel to promote slow drainage of meltwater, preserving ice integrity well into warmer seasons. Below ground, root cellars are engineered with subtle ventilation channels carved through earthen walls, allowing gentle air exchange and maintaining optimal humidity levels without introducing sudden temperature changes. Many households place milk containers on raised wooden racks to prevent direct contact with cool, but sometimes damp cellar floors. To counteract seasonal variations, small modifications are applied, such as adding cedar shavings in late summer to absorb excess moisture or adjusting vent closures based on daily temperature fluctuations. Over decades, these techniques evolve through hands-on experimentation, with each region's soil composition, groundwater mineral content, and microclimate informing slight but meaningful adjustments that enhance long-term milk preservation. Number 2. Stringent sanitation and immediate post-milking procedures. They carefully groom each cow's flanks before milking, removing loose hairs and dried residue with dedicated brushes that undergo boiling after designated intervals. Metal pails are positioned on elevated wooden stands designed to allow complete drainage and air exposure, preventing dampness where microbes might thrive. Before any milking begins, attendants rinse their hands in a blend of purified groundwater mixed with mild natural acids derived from apple cider vinegar, ensuring minimal risk of contamination. The flooring directly beneath milking stations is periodically dusted with fine limestone powder believed to discourage bacterial proliferation on surfaces. Instead of reusing cloth filters repeatedly, multiple sets are prepared from tightly woven linen produced by skilled local weavers, then boiled at rolling temperatures until fully sterilized. Each filter is dried in sunlight for several hours, a practice that some farmers claim further reduces residual pathogens. Brushes used to scrub outer surfaces are replaced more frequently than traditional farm standards require, ensuring that worn bristles never accumulate harmful particles. Nearby, small lidded containers hold spare cloths, each laundered in scalding water and dried thoroughly before entering the milking area. As soon as the fresh milk flows, it's passed through preheated funnels designed to maintain a stable temperature, keeping microbial shock to a minimum. Immediate filtering removes minuscule particles that might provide breeding grounds for bacterial colonies. Once collected, the milk is swiftly transferred into double-walled metal vessels, engineered with tight-fitting lids that seal out ambient air. The transfer occurs within minutes, and workers often time their tasks with mechanical pocket timers to maintain consistent intervals. If any equipment shows even slight discoloration or faint odors, it's removed from service and scrubbed with a paste made from finely ground herbs, known locally for their antimicrobial properties. All rinsing water, sourced from tested wells, passes through gravel and charcoal layers to ensure absolute purity. Storage shelves are coated with dried beeswax, a prac. Number 3. Transforming fresh milk into longer-lasting dairy products. They select specific coagulants derived from carefully prepared animal rennets or naturally sourced thistle extracts, ensuring precise curd formation that impacts long-term stability. Curds are cut into uniform pieces with hand-forged knives, then gently stirred to release whey and achieve the desired moisture level. Once separated, these curds are placed into wooden forms lined with woven cloth to maintain shape, drain liquids, and create a tight, compact structure less prone to spoilage. After pressing, the resulting cheeses rest on rough-sawn wooden shelves in low temperature, well-ventilated cellars that encourage slow flavor development and beneficial microbial activity while discouraging harmful contamination. Salt application is neither haphazard nor uniform. It follows strict ratios and timing, drawn from generations of careful observation to control bacterial growth and enhance flavor without creating conditions that encourage unwanted microorganisms. Certain communities experiment with subtle variations in salting schedules, adjusting timing by as little as a few hours to influence texture and aroma. Some cheeses gain added protection from carefully selected waxes or natural rind coatings made from cultured cream layers, which form breathable barriers that slow moisture loss and limit microbial intrusion. Butter production involves methodically churning cream, skimmed at the exact moment when fat content peaks. This careful timing results in a highly concentrated product with lower moisture content and naturally occurring lacto-fermentation that helps maintain quality. The butter is shaped into dense rolls or packed into wooden tubs, sometimes smoked over low-heat fires fueled by aromatic hardwoods, a practice believed to impart subtle preservation benefits alongside delicate flavors. To prolong shelf life even further, some households clarify their butter, heating it slowly and removing milk solids to form a stable fat that endures without refrigeration. Additional options include cultured creams developed by introducing specific starter cultures chosen for their reliability. These thickened dairy preparations often maintain consistency for extended periods when stored in cool, dark spaces, thanks to their balanced acidity and lower water activity. Each technique evolves through close community collaboration, so that every batch refined over time builds upon the collective memory of what enhances longevity, stability, and taste. The result is a versatile range of dairy products: firm cheeses, carefully salted curds, deeply flavored butters, and gently cultured creams, capable of maintaining their quality for months. Number 4. Continuous learning, community knowledge sharing, and adjusting to modern contexts. They hold seasonal gatherings where representatives from different settlements discuss subtle shifts observed in ambient humidity, the onset of regional fungal strains, or emerging pest pressures that may influence long-term dairy freshness. Circles of experienced farmers exchange knowledge verbally, demonstrating their latest refinements before attentive onlookers who note every detail mentally. Younger members learn by carefully observing these interactions, then apply gained insights under direct mentorship from elders who oversee incremental adjustments. Instead of written manuals, some communities rely on memory-based transmission, embedding preservation strategies within oral narratives shared during communal meals. This fluid exchange ensures that techniques remain dynamic, responding to conditions that previous generations could not have anticipated. In certain areas, designated evaluators travel between districts, comparing results gleaned from variant soil compositions or distinct microclimates. They report findings back to their home groups, prompting everyone to adjust their approaches if, for instance, rainfall patterns become unpredictable or new forage types alter the nutritional profile of the milk. While these communities value tradition, they never dismiss beneficial changes outright. Instead, any proposed modification undergoes lengthy discussion. Influential voices, such as long-standing dairy specialists, craft persuasive arguments that weigh stability against innovation. Only after thorough consensus do they adopt new methods. Some families experiment with alternatives to conventional insulation materials, perhaps integrating layers of compressed natural fibers processed by local craftspeople. Others consider integrating subtle mechanical aids powered by wind-driven belts or low-impact hydraulic devices that maintain stable temperatures. Although such shifts may seem minor, each one emerges from a careful balancing act: protect ancestral wisdom while ensuring conditions remain favorable amid evolving circumstances. Villages sometimes engage in friendly rivalries, challenging each other to improve Iwiwian